everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
This is a young man who has a lot of quiet confidence in his abilities. He won't shout it from the rooftops, but if you ever talk to him, you sense it, and you start to get it. In fact, I asked him about his mobility, and he said, well, I did run for over 1,500 yards in college. That was an easy answer from him.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power, gets to the perimeter and can outrun people, catches the ball not only out of the backfield, but you can split him out just like he would be a receiver. And I think if he wanted to dedicate himself, he'd be an all-pro kick returner.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it third down and 10. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Dalton now to pass. On the screen, Bernard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Hands up, Wayne! Right there, 54 Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. Hands up!
They'll run on first down. Bernard. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Offside defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. From midfield here, Dalton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. And Dalton to throw.
Good stuff. Keep going there.
Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go, here we go. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Garoppolo looks to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And some room to run now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, 26 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Cincinnati getting the football back here, and as a broadcaster, I guess it's my solemn duty to say that cliched line that everyone's been saying. The Cincinnati Bengals, CD, as we head to the offseason, they are on the clock. Record-wise, worst in the NFL, 2-14. But hey, if it was Andy Dalton's last game in Cincinnati, Week 17, he did get the victory over in-state rival Cleveland to get him that second win of the year.
And what a great win for him because of all he's meant to that franchise. You remember when he took over there, expectations were low. Got to the playoffs his first year. You know, he and A.J. Green hooking up for big plays. And he's been a terrific quarterback for them for a long time. The team has now gone into a regression, and they'll probably start fresh. And frankly, they were on the clock.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Dalton looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's third down. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Jaworski Tartt came out of Samford University in Alabama, and he is a guy who is an absolute flash at the safety position.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there. Third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's what we talk about, having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. Time to revisit what we thought of San Francisco in the Super Bowl here, Charles, as they come back out on offense. They were looking to draw even with the Steelers and the Pats with 6 Super Bowl titles, but that's going to have to wait at least another year. Now, are you still bullish on moving forward?
I absolutely am, and I know it goes against the grain a little bit because typically the team that loses the Super Bowl is not just the Super Bowl winner that has a hangover. Super Bowl loser has a struggle the next year as well. I think this team is built to come back and compete for another Super Bowl title. Offensive line, I really like it. They'll get Weston Richburg back at center. I think that the running game will continue to get better. Don't be surprised if they actually draft a runner to try and supplement things. They'll increase the receiving core. And I think Jimmy Garoppolo will continue to improve at quarterback. And on the defensive side, they feel like they have a lot to prove because of the way the game ended for them. They didn't shut them down. I think this is a team that will be on a mission in 2020.
And I'm not putting this all on Kyle Shanahan, but just for him, how crushing the loss he had as the OC with Atlanta, and now this lead that he loses as the head coach of San Francisco.
He'll be hearing from guys like you and me all year long about those teams now. Leads, not doing certain things that we expected him to do, i.e. running the football down the stretch. He'll have all offseason to digest that. But one thing about Kyle Shanahan, very confident in himself. I think he handles these things well, and he'll use it as fuel as well, too.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Check, 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 check.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They throw right away, and that's going to be out on the right side. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, here I come! Here I come! Nice.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Niners 7, Bengals nothing.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't been...
Play fake. Here's Dalton. It goes down. Dalton couldn't get rid of it, and that will be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last year, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. He's going to field this at the 4.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their own line, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's the truth.
And now off to the